This week was market chaos. 19 billion in liquidations. BTC's rebounded now to about 109K, and Russia's been surging with transactions across the blockchain. This is Gordon here from Metaverse and Crypto. We're going to bring you, the highlights from this week, what happened, and this week reminds us that, why seatbelts are mandatory in crypto. 19 billion in liquidations, and the plunge of Bitcoin down. And as I mentioned, Russia quietly becomes Europe's crypto heavyweight. So let's break down what happened, why it matters, and how to position for what's next. So the 19 billion liquidation shock for Bitcoin. There's over 19 billion in leveraged positions that were wiped out, and the single day crash, biggest crash in history. You can see the big wick here, and we had a couple of videos about some areas in here. Get 109, 107 was kind of where I was talking about. If it cracked in at that point as well, that's kind of where it went. So Bitcoin dropped actually 14% down here, down 103K. 500. Ethereum fell 12%, and altcoins like Solana and XRP went down 40 to 70%. The trigger was a mix of geopolitical tensions, rumors of tariff retaliation, and misinterpretation of China's export controls by President Trump. So this just wasn't a correction, it was a forced deleverage across centralized DeFi platforms. So if you were out there and you were long, you didn't just get wrecked, you got audited with volatility. So make sure you keep those stop losses in place and also have those so that you don't get wrecked in these big moves of crypto. So now if we look at Bitcoin's recovery range, what's happening going forward? After the crash, Bitcoin stabilized near 107 and then dipped further to 103 before bouncing back. As of this recording, we're at 109, 500, give or take. It's been moving upwards lately in the last, day or so. Analysts note support between 102 and 108. This resistance, we're approaching this 109 line, and then also analysts think that around 114K is where the resistance could be. So funding rates have normalized and open interest has dropped, and it seems like there's a healthier setup for Q4 coming forward. So let's talk a little bit about the Russian crypto rise. And according to Chainalysis, Russia now leads Europe in crypto transaction volume, hitting 376 billion in the past year. That's a 46% year-over-year increase, surpassing UK and Germany. And drivers include DeFi adoption, sanction workarounds, and state-backed digital infrastructure. So Russia's pivot isn't just economic; it's geopolitical, and crypto is becoming a tool of sovereignty for them. So altcoin highlights. We're going to get to another tool here in a minute, the average crypto RSI, but altcoin season, as you can see, altcoins are still in the total at 26 of 100. But what happened to altcoins after this crash? Solana recovered 18% after its crash, but still trades 30% below its October high, as you can see here. So we're still down here and going with that as well. We also have XRP or Chainlink actually saw a spike in order activity. Had renewed DeFi interest. HBAR, which we're going to cover in a deep dive next week in a three-part series, held surprisingly steady, likely due to enterprises cases causing a low level exposure. So look forward to that one. On HBAR, let's pull up the chart here quickly if we can, a little bit down here further, and you can see what's going on with HBAR. It did come down as well, over the past 7 days, but it survived a little bit better than most, and it has a strong use case as well. So we're going to be doing a three-part series on HBAR, so stay tuned for that if you're interested in that one as well. So if we get back to, I guess, cryptocurrencies here, and I want to cover off this RSI. So this is Relative Strength Index for tokens. This is a quick tool that you can use if you click on this and see if things are bought or oversold. Again, it's just a macro. This is not financial advice. Just make sure you do your due diligence. And I did a video on a number of tools that you can use. If you click here, the 24-hour volume, you can get the big guys up top. And if you can see right in the middle, most of them are not overbought or oversold. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, BNB, right in the middle. XRP is a little bit in the oversold area, as is SUI. So these may be opportunities that you can look at and do more research and due diligence on those. Again, these are tools that I use going forward, and then you can get into the further alts, and then as well, the list that is on CoinMarketCap as well. So utilize this tool to help you evaluate opportunities that you have going forward, and use this for educational purposes and doing more due diligence and research. So in closing, this week was brutal, but it was also clarifying. Leverage positions again got punished and fundamentals got tested. And geopolitics remind us that crypto doesn't exist in the vacuum anymore. It's not on the fringes. We'll keep tracking the macro shifts, on-chain signals, and platform moves that matter, whether it's token flows, governance pivots, or the next big protocol shakeup. If there's a token or platform or even a trend that you want us to dissect here at Metaverse and Crypto, drop it in the comments below and we'll dig into the data and bring you information in the story on that one. So like, subscribe, and share if this has helped you make sense of the chaos that's been out there. Stay sharp and make sure you have those stop losses in place. Again, this is Gordon for Metaverse and Crypto.